2020 strikes again, and this time it is in the form of a change to the Major League Soccer playoff qualification format that could negatively impact Sporting Kansas City. Instead of going off of total points, teams will now be seeded based on points per game in order to account for the teams that were unable to play a full 23 game schedule due to COVID 19. During Friday's press conference, Sporting manager Peter Vermees shared what kind of challenge this presents his team in closing out the season after they were bumped from first to second in the West due to the change in the format.
For us, we have to win, and even now, we don't even in that world, we don't control our own destiny. Normally, you do with the same number of games as everyone else and everything like that. But at this current time, that doesn't even help. So, because we're at this moment not making up the game against Colorado that we missed. So that has an effect with the other teams having more games to play than us. They have 3, we have 2. So that lends itself to them as well. If they win them all, gives them an upper hand there. So it's a difficult one. We just gotta go play, and I don't know. I guess play the voodoo dolls, and hopefully everything works in your favor.
The Voodoo Dolls won't change the fact that first place in the West, Seattle, have one more game over Sporting Kansas City. But what Sporting can control is what happens when Minnesota comes to town on Sunday. Here's what Vermees says he's expecting to see from the Loons.
They know how to get results. They're a team that never dies. They work hard on the field. I've always said it. They have some real game changers on their team. And they know how to win. So
as for the team's form, Vermees says that they're in a decent place and that the vibe within the locker room is great, but made it a point to share what he sees as the biggest positive with where his team is at right now.
And probably the thing that I would emphasize the most is, how many changes of lineups and changes of players, and, so many different guys getting an opportunity to contribute. And I think that's the positive out of this. I think all the guys feel like they've contributed. I think all the guys feel like they've had a positive impact within the group, and in a really inconsistent time period.